We've all been there. You know that feeling. The pit in your stomach as Darius just walks you down the lane, his axe glowing, stacking bleed after bleed. You see those 5 stacks pop, and you just know it's over. It feels like he's in charge of everything, and you're just along for the ride in your own lane. Statistically, Garen can struggle here, with a win rate against Darius sitting around 48.3%. But what if those stats don't have to apply to you? What if I told you there's a specific trading pattern that just rips all his power away and puts you in the driver's seat? Stop letting Darius walk all over you. Stop giving up lane control. I'm going to break down, step by step, the exact method you can use to completely shut down and even dominate the Darius matchup. This isn't about praying he messes up. It's about forcing the lane to go your way every single time. Section 1. The core philosophy. Why this trick works. Before we even talk about which buttons to press, you have to get the philosophy of this matchup. This lane is a clash of 2 totally different fighters. Darius is a brawler. He wants a long, messy, drawn-out fight. His whole kit is built to get 5 stacks of his passive, Hemorrhage, which juices up his attack damage and makes his ult a devastating finisher. Every second you stand there, trading blows with him, you are playing his game. Garen isn't a brawler. You're a burst champion. Your power is all up front. You shine in short, quick skirmishes where you get your damage in and then get out. The secret isn't to somehow out-brawl Darius, you won't. The secret is to never give him the long trade he's desperate for. Our whole game plan is built on one simple idea: surgical strikes. We're going to use a specific combo to chunk him, silence him so he can't hit back, and then use a key rune to escape before he can even think about pulling you back in. We will chip away at his health bar, piece by piece, until he's the one who's scared of you. That's when the entire lane flips. Section 2. The setup for success, runes and summoners. This strategy lives or dies by your setup. If you take the wrong runes, you won't have the tools you need. Now, while Conqueror is the standard Garen rune, for this specific trick, we're going with Phase Rush. Let me explain why this is the absolute key to the whole strategy. Phase Rush gives you a huge burst of movement speed and slow resistance after you hit an enemy with 3 attacks or abilities. This is your get-out-of-jail-free card after every trade. It lets you run in, smack him with your combo, and then trigger a massive speed boost to get away before he can land his apprehendee or cripple with his W. Under the sorcery tree, you'll also grab Nimbus Cloak for an extra speed boost after you use a summoner spell perfect for escaping or chasing. Then take Celerity to make all your movement speed effects even better. For your secondary runes, go into the Resolve tree and pick up Second Wind to regen through his Poke and Overgrowth for some free health as the game goes on. For summoner spells, it has to be Flash and Ignite. Flash is obvious, but Ignite is critical. Not only does it secure kills, but the grievous wounds it applies cuts his Q healing by a massive 40%. This is what turns a close call into a clean victory. Section 3. The early levels setting the trap. The first 3 levels are the most important part of the lane. How you play here decides who's boss for the next 10 minutes. Level 1. You have one job: stay alive and get the minion wave where you want it. Don't shove the lane. Try to let Darius hit the wave first so it slowly pushes toward your tower. A Darius pushing into you is a Darius who is begging to be ganked and traded on. Respect him completely at level 1. Only go for last hits when they're free. If he walks up looking for a fight, just back off. Losing a couple of minions is way better than losing half your health. Level 2. Okay, This is where the fun begins. This is your first real opening. The second you hit level 2, you look for the trade. The combo is E Judgment first, then Auto, then Q Decisive Strike. You start spinning with your E as you walk at him. This shreds his armor, so your Q and Auto will hit even harder. The moment you're in range, you smack him with your Q. This silences him, stopping him from instantly hitting you back with his own Q or W. The second your Q connects, you turn and run. The speed from your Q, combined with the phase rush you just triggered, makes you feel like a rocket. You'll be long gone before the silence even wears off, having taken almost no damage in return. You just dealt a huge chunk of damage and got away scot-free. Level 3. Now you've got your W Courage. This just makes your trades even safer. The pattern is the same. Go in with E, hit him with Auto and Q, and as you're running out, tap W to shield any damage he might throw at you. His health should already be hurting from the level 2 trade. Do it again. After this second combo, he's in kill range. Section 4. Executing the trick. A masterclass in trading. Let's break down that E into Auto into Q trade again, because every little detail matters. Step 1. The opener. Judgment E rule number 1. Always open with your E. So many Garens run in with Q first, but against Darius, that's a huge mistake. Starting with E guarantees you get the armor shred before your big damage from Q connects. It also starts stacking your phase rush before you've fully committed. Step 2. The counterplay, dodging his Q. As you're spinning on him, a good Darius will try to hit you with the outside of his Q to heal. Here's a little microplay that will tilt him off the planet. Because your E lets you move through minions and champions, you don't run away from his Q, you run into him. You walk right into his character model. This forces him to hit you with the handle of the axe, which does way less damage and, more importantly, doesn't heal him. Step 3. The neutralizer. Decisive Strike Q. After a few spins, you cancel the E by hitting E again. Then you auto once, and then Q. That 1.5-second silence is everything. It's a window where Darius is a sitting duck. He can't pull you, he can't slow you, he can't heal. This silence is your entire escape plan. Step 4. The Great Escape. Phase Rush. The moment your Q empowered auto attack lands, Phase Rush pops. You'll get that massive burst of speed. Use it to get out immediately. Don't get greedy. Don't go for one more auto. The trade is over. You won. Now back off and wait for your cooldowns. By the time his silence is gone, you're already out of his pull range. You just repeat this pattern. E, auto, Q, run. E, auto, Q, run. He'll burn through his potions while you stay healthy, and you'll have complete control. If you're finally starting to see how you can turn this nightmare lane into a free win, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It really helps the channel out, and you won't miss more guides to help you climb. Section 5. Itemization. Building for dominance. Your items will cement your lead. On your first back, your top priority should be plated steel caps. The armor and damage reduction are just too valuable against Darius. Rushing these boots is often way better than buying parts for your first big item. For our first major item, we're grabbing Stridebreaker. Now, Trinity Force is also a good item if you want more raw damage. But for our hit and run strategy, Stridebreaker is just better. The active slow makes your escape foolproof and helps you stick to him when you decide to go for the kill. After Stridebreaker, you can build based on the game. If you're snowballing, a Phantom Dancer or Spear of Shojin can make you a huge threat. If they're stacking armor, grab a Black Cleaver. If your team needs a front line, Dead Man's Plate is a fantastic pickup. And if you're going to be splitting off on your own, Hullbreaker will make you an absolute menace to their towers. Section 6. The All-In. Flipping the switch to killer. Look, this isn't just about annoying him with small trades. It's about poking him down to set up the kill. Once you've hit him with the E, auto, Q combo 2 or 3 times, Darius will probably be below 60% health. This is when you flip the switch. He's now in kill range. But be patient and wait for the perfect moment. The best all-in combo is Q, E, Ignite, R, Damatian Justice. This time, you lead with Q because you aren't running away, you're committing. The silence stops him from flashing or trying to fight back. Right after the Q hits, fire up your E for damage. As he gets low, hit him with Ignite to cut his heal rate and make sure he goes down. Finally, finish the job with your ultimate, Damatian Justice. With his health already low, your ult will deal a disgusting amount of true damage and execute him before he even knows what happened. When you see the opening, you have to go for it without hesitation. Conclusion. So that's the trick. That's how you make Darius useless. Stop playing his game. You're not a brawler. You're a hit-and-run assassin. You control the lane with short, sharp trades. You take phase rush to guarantee you always get away. Your core pattern is E for the armor shred, auto, Q for the silence and burst, and then you use that speed to get out clean. You do this over and over until he's low enough for the all-in. You don't have to fear this matchup anymore. By following this guide, you take away everything Darius wants to do. You deny him his stacks. You deny him his long fights. You turn his lane kingdom into your personal hunting ground. Now, get out there, follow these steps, and show every Darius player what true Damatian might looks like. If this guide helps you finally conquer the Darius matchup, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the Rift.